The Forbidden City is said to have 9,999 rooms. Not 10,000. 9,999. For centuries, this number has followed the palace like a shadow. But why would the most powerful emperor in China stop one room short? Was it superstition? Was it architecture? Or was the number itself a message? The story is simple. Heaven, according to legend, had 10,000 rooms. The emperor on earth could be powerful, but he could not equal heaven. So the Forbidden City was said to have 9,999 rooms. Sometimes people even say 9,999 and a half. Just one step below perfection. The legend was never a survey. It was a boundary. The palace could mirror heaven, but never claim heaven's final number. It is a beautiful story, but it is not quite a simple fact. To understand why this legend survived, we have to understand the number 9. In imperial China, 9 was not just a number. It was the highest single digit. It suggested power, height, order, and the emperor himself. You can see this logic in palace details. Door studs, roof ornaments, steps, courtyards. At the Meridian Gate, the great doors are set with 9 rows of 9 studs, 81 in all. A visitor might not calculate them, but the pattern is felt before it is understood. These details were not decoration alone. They trained the visitor to feel rank before anyone explained it. The closer you moved toward the center, the more the architecture reminded you who stood above whom. Repeated patterns of 9 appear like a quiet language of authority. The palace did not need to explain itself. It used numbers to speak. Then comes the more interesting question. Why not 10,000? In Chinese, 10,000 often suggests something vast, complete, almost beyond counting. 10,000 years, 10,000 things, 10,000 rooms. 10,000 was not a blueprint number. It was a way of naming the fullness of the world. That is why 9,999 works so well as a story. It measures ambition, then holds it just beneath the sky. But the emperor was not heaven. He was the son of heaven. That difference mattered. The Forbidden City could rise toward the divine, but in the story, it could not cross the final line. So, does the Forbidden City really have exactly 9,999 rooms? Probably not. The Palace Museum commonly gives a lower number, more than 8,700 rooms. And even that number depends on what you mean by a room. Traditional Chinese architecture often counts space by bays, or jian. A jian is the space defined by columns and beams. Sometimes it feels like a room. Sometimes it is only part of a larger hall, or an open section beneath one roof. The difficulty is not a modern mistake. A palace hall can be divided by bays, screens, walls, and use. One person may count a connected space once. Another may count several functional rooms inside it. So counting the Forbidden City is not like counting hotel rooms. It depends on architecture, language, and the way space was understood. So the famous number is less useful as a statistic. But it is very useful as a clue. The number was never only about counting rooms. It was about making power feel natural, visible, and inevitable. The real secret of the Forbidden City is not the exact count. It is the system. The palace is arranged along a central axis. Gates lead to courtyards. Courtyards lead to halls. Public power gives way to private space. Every step inward feels more restricted, more ordered, more controlled. The axis does more than connect buildings. It sets a sequence of permission. From gate to courtyard, platform to hall, the visitor keeps moving forward, but never on equal terms. Space itself explains who may enter, who may wait, and who may command. Color had meaning. Direction had meaning. Height had meaning. Numbers had meaning. This was not just where the emperor lived. It was where the world was organized around him. So the question is not only whether the Forbidden City had 9,999 rooms. The better question is why people wanted to believe it did. Because the number tells us what the palace was trying to be. Not just a home, not just a government center, but a human version of cosmic order. A place where wood, stone, color, silence, and number all pointed in one direction. Toward the emperor, toward heaven, and toward the line between them.